And we are back for episode 18 of the Disney Dudes podcast. I'm Disney Dude Taylor. This is Disney Dude Abbott.
And I'm Disney Dude Abbott. I can introduce myself. What are you laughing about? I think I said something that made you laugh. What did I say? Can you say it on air?
You call me sugar tits.
Oh, I said pumpkin tits.
Oh, okay.
I said because we're talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween.
Yeah,
so you
true.
said you had I have a David S. Pumpkins costume that I want to wear, but you have some kind of like an original pumpkin tits costume. That's very offensive to pumpkins.
No, I don't have a costume. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Might pull out the whip and the fedora. Do Indiana Jones again.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that a Disney approved costume?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Can you do any Universal costumes?
You can wear a costume, just cannot have a mask.
Ah, got you.
So I can't go as you.
Think of Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, and then think of me. I supersede all that. I have more of a chiseled jawline than the two put together. Let's stop talking because I'm just digging a hole there. Kind of like how you did in episode. Wait, how far do I go back a week? 17.
Yeah.
See, I would have played it off like I don't remember that ever happening.
Yeah.
But so our topic is our top 10 Disney villains, not Pixar, not Marvel, not the Disney metaverse, but specifically
original animated,
which is classic, which is vintage. And that's what we're all into.
Yes.
So, and I love to be into stuff, love to be next to it, around it, below it, above it, in it, you name it, I'm there. Name that preposition, I'm there.
I got a question for you.
Please.
Would you like to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 all together?
That's lunacy. That's madness.
It's not.
Do you not have that much time? Are we just going to say them all at one time? Okay. Number 5. Here's at the same time?
No, not at the same time. Just different.
Let's do it at the same time. No,
you go first, and then I'll go.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to give
you... No. I take too long. I talk too much.
That's
you
not
got feedback. You got feedback from one of those little talking heads around you. Well, I have friends too. His background he's cheating. He can look over his shoulder and go, "Oh, Jafar. Oh."
I can't say Jafar. He's already been said.
Jafar. Okay, fine. His doppelganger, Jafar.
Prince.
It's not exactly a fedora. It looks like a raspberry beret. So, I'm having a hard time understanding what you're telling me. All at one time? Like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say condense it?
No, I'm saying
it up, speed it up? What are you trying to say?
I'm saying like I will rattle off my 5th, my 4th, my 3rd. I'll go like this. My number 5 is, my number 4 is, my number 3 is, my number 2 is, my number 1 is, and then you go.
That's not fun. There's no mystery to it. You want to build it up. You want to build it. You want the viewers and listeners to what you call froth for our next pick.
Okay. What's your number 5 then?
Oh my God. Well, if you'll give me a second to actually cue myself up, you are just all kinds of putting the daggum cart before the horse, because I do have something that correlates from our previous episode, which was number 17. We did make that mistake one time, and I had to eat it. I blame that on us. Your timing is so good. I'm talking like, that's what she said. My number 5 is Ascari. Otherwise known as Scar. He's the main villain of Disney's 1994. Look it up, brother. Look it up, alleged Disney dude. You should know these things because I just read it the other day and now I know it. And I knew it before
Lion King, all right.
What?
He's from Lion King.
Yeah. I feel like I'm talking like an 8-year-old. He's from Lion King. Yeah. Got it. So anyway, back to my pick. No, he is the antagonist of Disney's 1994 traditionally animated feature, The Lion King. Thank you, 8-year-old version of you, Taylor. You with me?
You're
You
welcome.
just stare. Okay. Okay. Ursula's a big beak. No. She's a huge beak. No, and she is. But she is. We celebrate that. We celebrate Ursula, and we all come in different shapes and sizes. She's beautiful. Digging the hole, digging deeper. Yes, yes. You can't see them when you don't make noise. People can't see you. You keep covering
You're
your
digging
eyes.
a
Like,
hole.
there you
You're
go.
just
That's it.
digging a hole. I'm digging a hole.
Painting myself in that corner. But with Scar, the Lion King, he's the in. I mean, they keep talking about he made so many different appearances and so many different things. I mean, we're looking at he was in the second season of, as well as season 3 opener of its sequel series, The Lion Guard. In its 2019 photorealistic computer-animated remake, a posthumous antagonist of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and a minor character in The Lion King and a Half. Yeah, it's lame. That's way too much. Stick with what you said before. The Lion King. That's what you stick with. So, little trivia about Jafar. Scar,
Yes.
come on, you're not paying attention. I did that on purpose for you to pay attention. You just like stare down at your phone. Oh, here comes more music that no one can hear. Play more music that no one can hear.
I'm rating that pick a 0.5 out of 10.
That only I can see that.
I know.
That doesn't
the viewers
just
and the listeners.
0.5 out of 10.
A
He
0.5.
moved that decimal. He accidentally moved that decimal place 4 places to the right. Oh, that's kind of funny actually. But no. Why would I pick Scar? Why would I pick Scar? Is because Scar is one of the few Disney villains to draw someone's blood when it's graphic for a PG film, which it may have actually gotten an R rating. It could have gotten an R rating based on individual. Now the jury's out on that. But during Scar's final battle with Simba, Scar actually draws Simba's blood. You really got to look. You got to pinch and zoom. So if you look closely, you can see it in that scene. Okay. But Jafar as a character, he was so power hungry, like Prince Prince Hans of the Southern Isles.
Did you say Scar or Jafar?
You're like 5 minutes ago. I'm here now in the present.
No,
I said Scar.
you just said
I didn't say.
you just said Jafar.
I said
And then
Scar.
you're talking about Scar.
I said Scar is far, but do you get enough sleep? What's happening?
I don't know.
This is really embarrassing for you. It's kind of sad.
I told you I was going to let you win tonight.
Early onset dementia. Mm-hmm.
Hashtag
Fire shot.
Joseph.
The true definition of dead air.
Yes, that's
Joseph.
dead air.
All I heard was Joseph. That's all I heard. But no, who else is going to turn on their brother? There is such a thing as sibling rivalry, but Scar takes it to the next level.
Yes.
Manipulates anyone and everyone to become king, to have ultimate power. And like I said in episode 17, absolute power absolutely corrupts. So for my number 5 pick, it's not Jafar, like you think I said like 7 times. It's Scar, because he told Simba, run away, run far away, and lied to everyone that they both died. In actuality, he killed Mufasa and left Simba for dead. Let him run to the elephant graveyard. You good?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what my next pick's going to be.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're on the fly and I'm organized. Cool. Because I literally had this whole thing, like 6-page document that I have typed verbatim. No copy paste on my end. What is your number 5? Because Scar is an absolute home run pick.
My number 5 is Madame Medusa.
Yeah, that's a swing and a miss on my end, but please explain.
Madame Medusa. Why is she my number 5 pick? Plain and simple. She's my number 5 pick because she kidnaps a young girl. She makes the child do labor, child labor right there. So, kidnapping, child labor laws, attempted murder, and endangerment of a child. That's right. That's 3 and 4 right there. And PETA would be all over her for trying to kill those little mice and the rescuers down under, or rescuers. So that's it. That's right there.
Rescuers Down Under is the sequel.
Yeah, and that would be Percival C. McLeach.
Oh, I lost you. I can't hear you.
Seriously?
Now I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. Percival McLeach would be the villain for that one. So I'm going to do Madame Medusa, though.
All right. So give me a little more because I am actually having to do an impromptu audio visual. I'm just double checking my microphone. For some reason, it disconnected. I can hear you, but I think it's all powered through my AirPods. So
it sounds like you're swimming with Ursula right now.
Well, I got a little thing for linebacker looking women, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. You do you, I'll do me.
Yeah, true.
That didn't sound right.
How about this? I'll go with my number 4 pick.
Go for it.
All right, my number 4 pick is two people. Claude Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And the Evil Queen.
And okay. Because I had to go back and reset up my microphone, and I apologize for that glitch on my end. Will you say that one more time? Because I think I'm back where I need to be. I can hear you. I know I sound great.
Claude Frollo.
What?
From The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh my gosh.
And the Evil Queen from Snow White.
Oh, you talk about okay, Evil Queen, Snow White. I'm on it. Got it. You're reaching. Dude, that is the most arbitrary.
He kills a mother the first scene in that movie.
All right, that's pretty evil. That's pretty nasty.
And then he tries to seduce the girl from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
What's happening?
What's her name? Esmeralda? Yeah, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty baller.
That's
pretty baller. That's baller. What are you talking about? He's
says you either die by the fire or you become my mistress. And you know what she says? Hello, fire.
Wow.
Hello, fire, my old friend.
I'd rather go with the hunchback again. Let's go ring the bells one more time. No.
So yeah, that's my number 4 pick.
That's not bad. So you had 2 for 4. Interesting. Yeah. Gotcha. So I am coming through loud and clear. You can hear me just fine. Correct? Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Perfect. So my numero 4 is just look over your left shoulder. Just look. She's kind of looking. Nope, that's your right shoulder. Okay. Your left. There you go. Look up. That you're staring at the. Nope. Okay, you're looking at me. You don't look at me. Look. You're staring at her. You need a. You're. My eyes are up here, buddy. Is what she's saying. My eyes are here. Ursula. I'm just gonna say it, guy. You're just swinging and missing. Ursula. You keep leaning. See, no one got to see that because you weren't saying anything. That's annoying. That's annoying. He was staring at Ursula's chest, is what he was doing. And he could not. Now he's just. Are you motorboating or are you just like resting? Like, what are you doing? Stop that. Quit it. That's weird.
I was not motorboating. I was staring at someone else.
Oh, there ain't much there. That's a dude. That's a dude. You good?
I'm good. Very good.
Apparently I'm not. So, number 4 is Ursula. She is the main villain of The Little Mermaid, clearly. She was Ariel's arch nemesis from the absolute get-go. And we knew that because, I mean, look at her, you know? Look
Yeah.
at the daggum. I mean, I'm not going to say she's a beast, but I mean, she's huge. And you know that ride at Walt Disney World, you know, the adventures of, I can't think of the actual name of the ride, but, you know, the Little Mermaid ride, that is one of the creepiest looking animatronics I have ever seen. She's
Yes,
huge and she's all up in your grill, you know? And I anticipated it not being that, you know, over the top. I mean, it's just a ride, but when I saw it, I was kind of like, ugh, that's way too close, and this that's way too big. Man, she's huge. So, she's also King Triton's arch rival.
Yep.
And I didn't know this. Morgana, I guess there was a sequel. I don't know anything about the sequel, but she was Morgana, who was the main villain in, I guess, The Little Mermaid 2. So maybe some younger folks may know more about that. I don't know. I guess that was a straight to VHS or DVD type movie. Never hit the theaters. Not as good. Something got brighter on your end. You're brighter. You look brighter. I don't know. Interesting. What in the... Okay, I don't know what's happening anymore. You're doing weird stuff on your end, and you're doing it on purpose because if you're not talking, like I said, the
Nobody
camera's
can see
not
me.
on you.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thank you, John Cena. So, little trivia for Ursula is she's modeled after... Have you heard this before? Her being modeled after a specific person, a real person. Ursula was modeled after a real person.
I believe I have.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Joy Behar.
Crickets, crickets, crickets. Joy Behar, man. I mean, I get it. Jeez, that's just mean.
Who is she modeled after?
This is before my time. This is my time, but a little before my time.
I know. Let me guess.
Okay.
Let me guess again.
Go. You're fine. Go.
Your mama.
Oh,
Put that up on the tee. Hit it. I'm
speaking
sorry.
of hitting it.
I'm
Speaking
sorry.
of speaking of hitting it. Tell your mom I said hi. I'll call her back later. No.
No, who? I don't know.
No, and it makes sense. So look at Ursula right now. As I say this, look at Ursula. Okay? Look into her eyes. Her eyes are up here. Her eyes are up here. Thank you. Thank you. Look at Ursula.
Yeah.
Ursula was modeled after the late drag queen Divine.
See, I wouldn't
Possibly.
have gotten that because I don't know any drag queens.
So, well, have you know Hairspray? Hairspray. You've seen the movie Hairspray, right?
Yeah,
Based on the Broadway play. If you're cultured, you've heard of Hairspray.
Yes, I've heard of Hairspray.
Okay, don't claim that you're like, now that I said, oh, if you're cultured, oh, of course. Divine played the mother of the main character. Divine was a famous drag queen in the late 70s, early 80s to mid 80s.
Okay.
And yeah, so I guarantee, hence you've seen Ursula, that character is modeled after one of the most famous drag queens. When we think drag queen, we think who? RuPaul. Yeah. You know, your favorite show you were telling me before is RuPaul's Drag Race. It's a great show. What are you talking? Why are you laughing so hard? It's a great show.
I've never watched it.
It's a great. Okay. You said your DVR was full with all 4 seasons. I thought there were 10 or more, but apparently there
I
only.
didn't know that there were 4 seasons. I only thought there was maybe like 1 or 2.
I mean, the only 4 seasons I know of are the hotel chain. I mean, come on. Yeah. Hey, funny jokes coming at you and coming fast. So, Ursula, she was modeled after, but possibly this Divine, the drag queen.
Yeah.
this is possibly being the only character to be modeled after. Ursula's the only character to be modeled after someone of the opposite sex. I would have thought Queen of Hearts, clearly, but Ursula. So, Ursula, and I don't know if you saw on the news, Pat Carroll, who voiced Ursula, recently passed away.
Really?
She passed away. Yep, she passed away within the week. It's been at least a week. Yeah, she passed away. She is the only, and I think right here, Ursula is the only main villain of an original film whose voice artist, that being Pat Carroll, who just passed away, voiced a sequel's main villain, that being Morgana. So she did the original and the sequel. Little known fact there.
Interesting.
Only one, because they did a couple of, like, I guess there was a trilogy, because the Return of Jafar, not Scar, but Jafar. They had a different guy, the guy that voiced Homer, did the voice of the genie in every iteration of Aladdin after the original animated series or movie. Because Robin Williams, I don't know if it was a contract dispute or he was one and done, but the guy that voiced Homer Simpson did the genie actually more than Robin Williams. Yes.
Wow.
There were 2 more films, and it was Fruit Fly. But it was the voice of Homer Simpson that did the genie after Robin Williams. So that's a little look. I knew that.
That's what Homer Simpson says.
Doy. That was good. That was my Homer Simpson. And here's my Bart. Eat my shorts. That was good too. Next on to Ned Flanders. Hidely ho, neighbor. Hidely ho. Good job, Taylor. So good. We'll feed you a cracker and pat you on the back and put you to bed.
Oh my gosh. For everybody watching, it's 11 o'clock when we're filming this.
It's late.
I'm beat. But we're doing this for your enjoyment.
Better be for your enjoyment. We're going to come find you and slap you in the face. Force you to like us. Love us. We're lovable. We love you.
Yes.
We don't want to make out with you. We just want you to love us. We'll love you for loving us. I'm not ready to kiss anybody. I don't want COVID. But my last statement about Ursula, my number 4 pick, man, she's just straight up nasty. She just straight up nasty. So who's your number 3?
My number 3 is a mix of
your mom.
My number 3 is a mix of It's not a mix, actually. My number 3 is going to be Maleficent.
Okay. Good pick. My number 3. Care to expound on Maleficent?
She turns into a daggone dragon.
She nasty. She got that dragon breath.
Yeah. She turns into a dragon, plain and simple.
What makes her pathetic? Because villains are pathetic. They have their greatest weakness
what makes
power.
her pathetic is that she goes bat crazy because she wasn't invited to a christening, to Sleeping Beauty's christening.
It's pathetic. See the definition of pathetic.
It's
making it petty. About herself. Petty, pathetic. Yeah, making it about herself. Me.
That's my number 3.
Nothing else with that number 3? Maleficent, the horns. She's all horny. She's got them horns. Dragon. No innuendo. Crow or raven. No innuendos here. Crow the raven nevermore.
Crow. What?
Rat-a-tat-tat at my chamber door. Yeah,
Nope, that's it.
that's it. My number 3 is someone that has been discussed before. My number 3 is Captain James Bartholomew Hook. And I'm going to give you some reasons why. Captain Hook, like you were saying before, to me, it puts him up further on the list because, yes, he is purely evil. And based on your conspiracy theory, and I'm glad you're interested as you stare down at your phone and try to find more cricket noises. But no, he's the main villain in Peter Pan. The captain of a crew of pirates, James Hook, has long been abandoned, sailing the high seas in favor of having revenge on Peter Pan, who cut off Hook's hand and fed it to the crocodile. What is that crocodile's name?
TikTok.
TikTok. And speaking of TikToks, tell me about that TikTok you did the other day with that. It was pretty funny. You put that wig on and had that dress you were saying. It had something to do with like work, cover girl, work it girl, do your twirl, like a RuPaul song. You had something you were talking about doing. That
I've
wasn't you?
not
Was that
done
not you?
anything of the such.
You're saying right now you had nothing to do with that. That wasn't you. I'm confused.
That's not me. I had
I'm
no clue
wrong.
what you're talking about.
I have yet to be wrong on this podcast.
Yeah.
Is this a first?
Yes, it is.
Am I setting a precedent for myself?
Yes, you are.
This is called baloney. Fake news, fake news. Cubs win, Cubs win. But no. But Peter Pan cut off Hook's hand and fed it to the crocodile, considering a playful prank. But he's a kid. Peter Pan's a kid. But is he a kid? Because he never grows up. Is he still mentally a kid, but physically not growing up? Mentally, does he stay the same? Or does he continue to gain perspective as he gets older? Physically stays the same. That's a good question. That's a good question. So, Captain Hook has developed, so the crocodile's developed a taste for Hook because he literally ate his hand. In his constant pursuit of the remainder of the pirate's body. While a worthy opponent for Peter Pan, Hook is destined to fail. And that's what he's kind of the underdog because he's destined to fail. Do you agree?
Yes.
And I'm always a huge underdog. Go Gamecocks. This season, we are favored to win more games than we are to lose them. Thank you, Shane Beamer. But still, everyone loves a good underdog. So, the Hook is destined to fail sometimes because of Peter Pan's ability to fly. That's just not fair. Oh, whoops, sorry, going to fly away. And you got gravity getting in the way of Captain Hook trying to just slap that stupid kid around, that smug look on his face. I mean, give me a daggum break. Shut up, Peter Pan. Stop flying away. Must be nice. You little dick. So, but I mean, he bumbles through things. But the thing that I like about him is that his crew is unquestionably loyal to him, especially Smee. You know, they know that he has flaws, and that's very relatable. We all have flaws, and it's not that I'm like I bumble through. Good, no one saw that because you pointed. You didn't make noise. You could have gone, and you would have actually gotten some kind of reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, he tried to point to me and do this. He's a naysayer. He drinks haterade. But to me,
I was pointing at myself.
pointing at your.
We all have flaws.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at. I thought you were pointing at Susan. That's been watching the podcast since day one. She's going to be very offended. You know Susan, and from Texas.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I wasn't pointing or talking to Susan.
Susan Maxwell from Abilene, Texas. She is a loyal fan of the show, and you literally just pointed at her and went, "You suck. We're better than you." Ouch. Yikes. But no, my main point is that Captain Hook is relatable on many different levels, despite the fact that he's considered a Disney villain. That's my point. So, but I do have a tie with my number 3.
I thought that was your number 3.
No. I said before our pre-show, I had a tie. That is my number 3. But I have a tie. I have a number 3. It is a tie between Captain Hook and Cruella de Vil. No, Cruella de Vil. Of course, and we're not going to go into it. We all know what she did because you described her before. You already ranked her. What was she for you? Number. No, and we can go back. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but she was in your lower
7, 6, 7.
Okay, 6, 7. Okay. So, but Cruella de Vil, she was higher up because of how absolutely evil she was. And did you see the movie with Emma Stone, Cruella? Did you get a
Yes,
chance to see that? It's
I
a
think
good
it's
movie.
one of the best, one of the better movies. Live movies.
I agree. I had my expectations were set quite low, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it. There was a little bit for kids and adults in that one, but to me, you've already described everything about Cruella de Vil. I mean, she's trying to kill puppies. She manipulates people. Darling, she just walks in the door, and as soon as she walks in the door, not only is she polarizing with that, that juxtaposed black and white hairdo, because she's right here, but she's so absolutely full of herself.
Yeah.
She's wearing a Dalmatian fur coat. She's already killed puppies in the past. So she's got a history, and history repeats itself. She has a pattern of behavior for being an absolute hoe, right? Because if you're going to kill a puppy, does that make you a pretty good person?
No.
Does that put you in anybody's good graces? Not at all, especially kids. And kids, just like dogs, can smell danger. They have that sixth sense about people. And when Cruella de Vil comes on the scene, she's one of those characters. As soon as you see her, she's nasty. She's nefarious. She's a villain. So, and her name contains the phrase cruel devil. Cruella de Vil. If you look at it, cruel devil. She's a literal embodiment of the devil.
If you translate it correctly, it's Cruella de Vil, which means the cruel devil.
So I basically just said that. So
I know. I'm just making sure we say it correctly.
So give me your pronunciation, your articulation of said accent. Because was that French? Was that Italian? Was that English? Was that British? Was it Portuguese?
Cruella or Cruel La Devil is a mix of French and Italian.
Sure. No, you can say whatever this point. I agree. I see. It is a romantic language based name because it's Cruella de Vil. We know it's romantic based. It's Latin based. So
yeah.
French, Spanish, Portuguese. Definitely not Germanic or Norwegian because those languages are harsh, just like the English language. But not a romantic language. I apologize.
Yeah.
So that is my boink. Actually, here you go. This is one little side note. The role, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep going. You can laugh all you want, and you're not getting any sleep tonight. So, the role of the antagonist in The Rescuers was going to go to Cruella de Vil. She was actually going to be in The Rescuers. I'm glad you were.
I'm glad she wasn't.
You're done. Yeah, I agree. But went to Madame Medusa instead. Despite this, Medusa does share similarities to Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
So that is my tie for number 3. What's your number 2?
They're both hot messes. My number 2 is a tie.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to go. Mm-hmm. That's right, girlfriend. Both hot messes.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
I have a tie. My number 2.
Yep.
The Black Cauldron, the Horned King.
What?
Oh,
the hell is that? Okay, your voice got way too high.
And Chernabog.
The fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I am going to make up words and just say them to you and make you think they're villains.
The horned king from the Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
He summons the army of the dead using the Black Cauldron. And the Black Cauldron just ends up killing him. And then Chernabog from Fantasia, which is the devil, Disney's interpretation of the devil.
Dante's, yeah.
Yeah. Just so
Dante's
happens
Inferno.
that this is one of the only villains that does not meet a demise. And in the Disney Fantasia, Chernabog turns back into a mountain to wait for the darkness to reappear in the world to make his next appearance.
You went real goth, real dark. I'm surprised you didn't turn around like your white makeup looking like Brandon Lee from The Crow saying, Fantasia. No, for initially I was kind of thinking, way to go, to be sarcastic, way to go mainstream. But as you explained it, everybody knows Fantasia. But this is for my reference. I'm not familiar because to me, Fantasia, yes, it's kind of entertaining, but it's just music accompanied with animation, which is much more artistic.
Phantasmic has Chernabog,
which has yet to come back.
Which is coming back before we go back down there.
Where's that? I need documentation. What day?
Same with Tron.
Tron is not going to open before you. You said that, and I looked at the progress on videos that have been happening on Disney Food Blog and Walt Disney World News Today on YouTube. It's not. They've been testing the lights and the coaster. That thing ain't ready.
It's going to be
ready. Okay. Well, I can wish in one hand and then want in the other. Okay. Which one is going to... I can't say that on air. Wish in one hand and then in the other. I'm not going to say it. Anyway, that was an obscure pick, but definitely a good pick. It's not mainstream, but we're not looking for mainstream. We're looking for our subjective top 10. So that's good. So are you still with me? Because you look tired.
I am tired, but I'm still with you. Because my number one's going to even shock you more than that.
Mother Trucker, your number one has got nothing on mine. And I have rationale and point after point after point to back it up. Because we're not going to be done until 2 in the morning. Sipping on gin and juice. Done at 2 in the morning. So, my number 2. And it is a tie between 2. I only have one number 1. But I have a tie. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Keep yawning. Make noise. Show yourself yawning. Crap. Dadgummit. He was yawning and just like leaning his face, trying to hide behind his giant microphone. Whatever. Lame. Lame attempt. Hollywood CGI magic. And yawn. Go. Ugh. My number 2. And it is a tie. My number 2 is Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine skyrocketed. She skyrocketed because of the mental games and the control she had over Cinderella and kept her locked in that tower. And how she wanted to put her butt-ugly daughters ahead of Cinderella. Them daggone bucktooth Pickens County looking girls. Because, I mean, it's either Farmville, Mechanicsville, or Pickens County. With them women, Ville. With them women looking, ooh, looking rough. But no, all jokes aside, I chose Lady Tremaine because, yes, you said Wicked Stepmother. She's the main, villain in Cinderella. We don't have to go through it. But to me, the words that stood out, because you can cause physical harm and you can heal from that physical harm. And whoever said, sticks and stones, no, words actually have an effect and they can cause some damage. Can you breathe? And good. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words won't. Shut the up. No. But this is what stuck out to me, is that regardless, of course, arch enemy is Cinderella, Lady Tremaine does not harm her stepdaughters physically. And it's not just Cinderella. She's done psychological damage to her stepdaughters because they're impressionable. They don't know any better, And their biological father's not even in the picture. Who knows what happened to him? Did she kill him? Is she a gold digger? Did she have something to do with Cinderella's father's death? We don't know. Glad you're paying attention. But
I am.
rather, so Lady Tremaine does not do any physical harm to her daughters, but rather she seeks to punish and abuse them psychologically, and also Cinderella. So she's motivated by jealousy of Cinderella and her daughters as well. And also, she's and what's pathetic of a woman at her age. I mean, look at that old hoe. She's jealous of Cinderella. Clearly, Cinderella. She's baller. I mean, she's killing it. I mean, she's beautiful, and she's more beautiful and graceful than her own. And you can't put a better word here. Awkward daughters. So. And what are their names? Anastasia and the weirdest name, Drizella. Drizella. Yeah, that's a dinosaur name. We're good. But Lady Tremaine is also a socialite. She's determined to gain higher status by marrying one of her daughters to Prince Charming, who she looks like she fell off a truck 2 weeks ago,
In Pickens County.
Pickens County. So, but she's willing to do anything. And she knows that Cinderella is the one thing standing in her way to her having a place in, having higher status in society and having direct connection to, the bloodline, or royalty. So she nasty. But Lady Tremaine makes a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the special edition, the DVD, on one of the menus, but she does not appear in the film itself. That is the most, I thought you were obscure. That is an absolute left field type of trivia statement right there. Who is going to take the time to actually research that? Apparently me. Yep. Hi, may you. So, my number 2, you're done with me, I can see. I don't care. My number 2 is Gaston Legume. His name is meaning from Gascony in French, which is a real-life area of France. It's the hidden and true antagonist of Disney's 1991 film
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. He was voiced by Richard White. Just flexing the gun, sun's out, guns out. That's good. His original last name was Gaston Legume. It's a pun on pea-brained and sight in views of women. So his last name is actually making fun of himself. It's a pun that means pea-brained. So
interesting.
But there's nothing about Gaston that is relatable, that is endearing. And if it is to any male that is listening to this, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You're not going to get anywhere with women, okay? You will not. I've tried it before, swing and a miss. Actually, I never really had that angle. Never really had that mentality. I've never been that big to begin with. Depends on how you define big.
That was kind of my college mentality.
Were you compensating? No? Okay. You can say things. Don't shake your head. You have to say.
No. I just acted like a big baller.
Why is that? Wow. Did it get you anywhere? That's another podcast. That's the Patreon. So if you'll sponsor us, we'll give you all
the answer to that.
You'll get all the nitty gritty. No. No, I mean, anytime that I felt like big man on BMOC, big man on campus, it's ironic how something in the stars, something karma, something cosmic just puts you in your place, Yep. And so to me, there's no relatability with Gaston. He's so full of himself, such an idiot. It's comical. Yeah. He cracks me up. It's funny. I relate more with Gaston as opposed to LeFou. What about you?
I relate more with the Beast.
I'm just waiting for you to expand on that, but I'm tired. Shut your mouth and move on. But my number 2 is Gaston. Interesting thing about Gaston and the Beast, they both have blue eyes. And normally they change the colors. They make them contrasting colors
Yeah.
to make them stand out because colors do evoke certain emotions, certain thoughts and feelings. So Gaston is the first male Disney villain to appear in a Disney princess film. The second is Jafar, and the third is Governor Ratcliffe from
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. Oh, the Pocahontas.
That's a
That was
Virginia
one.
movie. Did you know that?
That is where they enslaved the Indians, the white folk enslaved the Indians in what is it, Roanoke? Roanoke?
It was really Jamestown.
Virginia Dare.
It was really Jamestown. That's the Lost
Jamestown.
Colony, and
That's Lost Colony.
that's Roanoke, but that's not
Roanoke.
that's not Pocahontas. That's not down there. John Smith. Actually, you are quite right. It is close to. It's either Jamestown or the Lost Colony. At this point in the night, I don't know.
It's right. It's the Lost Colony. It's
Yeah.
the Lost Colony. Yeah, because they vanished out of nowhere, and there's no evidence. They just have that one. It says Croatoa. There's one like
Yeah.
Croatoa.
Mhm.
Yeah, that indicates where they were, so they know the location. Your face is literally pressed to your microphone, and you're saying, "Cue the music. Wrap this up." Got you.
No,
No.
I love the history of that. We could spend a podcast just talking about that.
I don't want to. That's boring.
Episode 19, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
spend way too much time talking. 19 is not going to be that. 19 is going to be the history of me. Just me. And I'm just going to be talking. And you're going to listen. You're not going to make an appearance. Like you don't at all at every episode because I keep freaking talking. So that's my number 2. Who's your number 1? I had one more point to make about number 2. Just kidding. Your number 1 guy.
My number 1 from Pinocchio. From Pinocchio.
What? You are tired.
The coachman from the Pinocchio.
What's his name?
The coachman.
Just the coachman? Not Good John or something?
The coachman. The coachman. You ready for this?
I've been waiting 10 minutes.
He has a lot of anger issues.
Sure.
But he also seduces little boys like Stranger Danger. He was the original Stranger Danger.
Ooh, this is a deep cut within the episode.
Yeah. The original Stranger Danger was the coachman. He had a paddy wagon, and he would lure little boys saying, "Oh, I can promise you fun and games and cigars and card games and stuff like that." And they got in his little paddy wagon with him, and they went to his house or his little shop. And what happened? He would turn them into donkeys. And what would happen? He would sell them. So, Stranger Danger, luring little boys. Number 1. Number 2 is he sold them for slave labor. And some of them would even be killed. This is a present day trafficking person. The coachman was the Jeffrey Epstein before the Jeffrey Epstein.
Jesus. I mean, I'm trying to keep it lighthearted. You're saying like diddle things is what you're telling us. Diddle this, diddle that, little this, little that. Yikes. All right. It's going to be hard to bring this out of the darkness, but I got you covered. My number 1 is the evil queen because she is iconic. She is iconic. She does what, and she's so vain. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
I bet.
It is you. It is you. And then she finally sees Snow White, and then pure jealousy. So, Lady Tremaine, that jealousy drives these pathetic, immature individuals to murder.
Yeah.
It's pathological behavior. It's more of the psychological for me as opposed to the physical for you. And I mean, that's my undergrad. I have an undergraduate degree in psychology.
I have a undergraduate degree in psychology as well.
You do? Oh, psychology brothers. This is great. Ah, my number one's such a better pick than yours, but I'm so respectful of your number one. Mine's better because she's the queen. Slay
I hear
queen.
you. I
What?
hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
And I agree to disagree with you, but
That's
I hear what
fine.
you're saying.
But my thing is the jealousy, trying to kill someone, the attempted this and that, the premeditated plans to eat this apple and then try to gain the trust from body morphing or shape shifting into that nasty old looking woman. Where is she? Oh, she's not there. She's right there to your far right. The evil queen or the wicked queen or just the queen. But yeah, she's nasty. But I'm going to end my number one on this quote. And this quote, and I would not have picked her as number one if I would not have read this quote from the evil queen. Okay? From Snow White.
Ready?
When she breaks the tender peel to taste the apple in my hand, her breath will still, her blood congeal, then I'll be fairest in the land. I mean, are you kidding me? Her blood will congeal? What the fuck? I mean, seriously? Like that's nasty. I mean, that's about as specific as you can be.
I think my number 2 and number 1 beat yours. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You literally reached into thin air and pulled the most obscure for your number 2? Number 1, it sounds like a backup role. The coachman. I mean, at least I had the headless horseman. He doesn't have a specific name like Bob or Susan or Frank or Bobby. But the coachman, yeah, it's kind of vague and it kind of adds some mystery to it. But
Yeah.
Not my bag. But hey, agree to disagree. But we'll find out when we put it up on Instagram.
Hold
We'll
on a
find
second.
out.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
no. Oh my gosh, I was about ready to wrap it up, and you're still pushing the envelope.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to
Bore me.
getting ready to show you the coachman, and you tell me if this is not creepy or creepy.
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm looking.
Just hold on a second. You ready?
Oh no, I'm waiting. I'll read my quote again. Where is it? Oh my gosh. There it is. Those buttons look like nipples.
He's wearing a pea coat.
Pico, sorry. He's creepy looking, but he doesn't look like the most evil. He looks like he needs to take check his A1C. Put him on some beta blockers.
Hey, all I'm saying is,
look at the jowls on that guy. What? I have many concerns about this picture. Many concerns. So that's his ultimate evil form.
yes.
Okay. He looks like a Dragon Ball Z character in that picture right there.
All I'm saying is, he goes from this,
yeah,
to that very quickly.
That's some sweet cosplay right there. But no, I get it. No, I'm not saying no. It wouldn't be my number one, but I get it. And with that, it's called a dermatologist.
No, I got a scab I picked accidentally.
No one's gonna hear this. This is the worst episode yet. This is trash. This is a bottom of the basement. I guarantee, because the mailbag got a ton of views and a ton of
Did it?
listens. That one's actually doing very well.
That's
It is.
great.
It's doing
And the
well.
one you did with Emily
Has yet to be listened to by Emily, my Emily, but I'm hoping to get some positive feedback from her. But
Yeah.
that one's doing very well as well. So I'm excited about that. Speaking of tired, I'm out. I can't
All
do
right,
this anymore.
so
I quit. I don't quit the show. I quit.
4, Disney do Taylor.
And Disney did have it. Your mic literally just cut out there. So I will go ahead and say one more thing that you were meaning to say. We'll see you next week. And hiya. Hiya. Yeah. Not scary.